Nigeria versus Benin, 5 p.m. today. We will be up. The Super Eagles will be up against the Squirrels of Benin. Toyosi is in Uyo. Let's see how soon we can get him on Zoom, and we'll talk to Toyosi. Toyosi has been there through the press conferences, the press meets. I don't know if he's at the stadium yet at the moment, but he has been there for their trainings. He was there for the press conference with Eguavoen. I'll get to hear his thoughts about that. As soon as we can get him up on Zoom, we'll get him. But guys, it's finally here today. Look, Benin have a coach who has been our longest serving coach in recent times. He knows there's no player. I even feel he knows the players because he was quite hands-on while he was here. He didn't come with a long CV, so he wasn't he wasn't that bourgeois. He was just there, gentle, doing his stuff, and he really put his hand down to work. He knows his players. In fact, during the Olympics or so, he was even reporting from one station or so. He's so much of a friend with a number of journalists, a number of our friends, and all of that.
And so many of the players, even they owe their career in the national team to him, especially some of our imports, if I can use that word. Some of our Nigeria players born outside the country, the Alex Iwobis, the Ola Inos, even the Trustekong and all of them that become a mainstay of our national team right now owns their career in the national team to him. So Genoro might not have all the stars, but he has shown that he can always get the results.
Yes.
Just a few months ago.
He has done it.
So in the World Cup qualifier. But despite our position in the World Cup qualifier, this is a new qualification series that is starting today. And we don't want to miss it. We've got Benin Republic, and then a few days after, we've got Rwanda. Everybody in that camp, including the stars, the top star that came late into the camp. People will say we understand the fact that he was trying to get his career sorted out with the club, but he was the last person to come into the camp. Yeah. Every single person knows the assignment they have. They need to start this on a winning note. Playing at home should be an advantage, and when you've got all the stars that probably on paper are bigger than the team you are facing, we should get the job done. We should get playing at home to get the job done.
Maybe playing at home might not be an advantage because you just lost to Benin Republic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that in this time, it should be, because the World Cup qualifier is over. I mean, no, it's not over. It's on pause right now. We are starting the Nations Cup qualifier. You don't want to miss out. You want to be there. You're playing against a team that you played last. So it's easy to look at what are the mistakes we did in that last game where we lost to this side, despite scoring first, and then to implement that. We might not have the same coach. In fact, a new set of coaches are being used for this, led by Osimhen, Eguavoen, assisted by two of the best local coaches in Fidelis Ilechukwu and Daniel Ogumodede. These are two guys that they've done well with their respective club sides, and then teaming up with Eguavoen. I'm saying that
it doesn't always translate to 3 points.
So we should hope that we're going to get something great in this side. I'm looking forward to what they're going to come up with their lineup, and that's what we really give me a lot of confidence. I'm expecting changes, especially in the defense line. I'm expecting a player like Olisaunda to start. Definitely, Kevin Bassey have got a chance. Probably is going to be deployed as a left back. No, our captain William Trustekong is there. So
it depends on what they are playing. If they are playing the back five,
and will Olai not be playing as a right back or as a left back? Will he be playing wing back rows? All of that is what we get to know from the reports I've seen so far. Not many people are sure of what is going to happen, because
we know
they are not right? The session, I think, is only on Tuesday that they open the entire session.
That's exactly why.
So what they have been given afterwards is now 15 minutes. So people, the journalists, have not been able to see much
of them. And that's why very soon we'll get to Toyosi, and then we'll talk to him exactly to find out the state of things in the camp there. But we saw Victor Osimhen, last player to arrive at camp and all of that, and from all indications, it's seeming like they are preparing to start him at some point and all of that. Why should he even be in contention? Should he be in contention?
For me, I think Victor Osimhen right now is being babied by the NFF, because we all know what really happened. We know what came up. We saw what he did, the IG Live and everything. But for me, I think even with his career being sorted out, the Napoli issue, Chelsea, Galatasaray, that is, on the club side. But now, what we've done, with the national team, with the last coach that left, for me, it shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be playing. It should be like a lesson to the others. But right now, like I said, it's being babied. I mean, what is Victor Osimhen really doing here? I need help. I need answers.
That's a strong position from Hafiz. What do you think about the Osimhen
So
saga?
Osimhen coming around, I have no problem with that. Starting, that's where I probably will have an issue. And like I said here on this platform last week, last time Osimhen played football is 25th of May, 2024. It's been almost over 3 months that we saw Osimhen play football. It was not involved in any preseason games for Napoli.
So he's rusty.
And now, even when the season has started, he has not played before he finally gets this low move. Maybe we should even talk about all of that.
Yeah.
So I don't think he deserves to start. It's not like we are staff of players who play in that role. Taiwo Awoniyi, Victor Boniface, they are in that team. I feel either should start. If you are playing two strikers, the two of them plays. If you are playing one striker with wingers in Ademola Lookman and Asamoah Chukwueze or Moses Simon, then one of them should start. I don't think Victor Osimhen should start. But then, it's easy to say this, but we can go back to the match against Benin. And one of the reasons why Osimhen came on live and started insulting the coach and anybody that supports him, because he placed a lot of curses or very unpleasant words, even on not just the coach, Philippe George at the time, on anybody that believes what
Philippe George
and
said.
one of the reasons from what he said was stuff like that they are putting the blame on him that because he didn't play, that's why Nigeria lost and all of that. So that is something Eguavoen will also be very, very careful of that. You don't want Nigerians to come at him that Osimhen is in camp, why didn't you play him?
Okay.
But so talking in football, and in football terms, looking at what has transpired so far, a player that has not played any game for about 100 days shouldn't be starting.
Now,
a very important game such as this.
Good, wonderful. On the Osimhen issue, this is my stance here. It's not even, he shouldn't start. That is one. I don't think there's no need to explain. Let's not even, I don't even think he should play because of his career also. Osimhen, the last 2 times, or maybe even 3 times, he has come to the national team. He has always gone back with an injury in the middle of season, anytime he comes to the national team. If you remember the issue with the partying, and before that time there was an injury. Osimhen doesn't have the best record
even during
the middle of season
he was injured
when he goes for internationals. Now there's an international at the start of the season where, one, he has not had training session, team training session, 0. Friendly, 0. Competition, 0.
No
Some leagues have played 4 matches already. Spain has played 4. England has played 3. Osimhen has no competitive match. His match fitness, 0. He doesn't have match fitness.
Yes.
Or conditioning, as some people will call it. Now, there's a risk. If you start him here, he might probably get injured. Now, imagine what will happen, an injured Osimhen going back to Galatasaray.
With all of this,
exactly. Are you getting where I'm coming from? Imagine an injured Osimhen going back to Galatasaray. So even on his own play safe, it's a risk. If somebody should give him heart tackle or something for this man, Benny will not come to play. Benny will be looking at the worst case scenario, a draw.
Yes.
So that means that these guys would.
Their game plan might just be to lock him up. So they will be very hard on him.
If Osimhen starts, or when he plays the full matches, a high possibility he'll get injured. And so to say, about his career and the national team also, we will not get the best from him because he doesn't have match fitness.
So we're insisting that he shouldn't play, at least for his own sake.
If he's going to let him come in.
It's a decision by the coach, by the coaching team.
Yes.
But then, I want to think that Eguavoen and his team will make this decision based on footballing reason and not based on the try we want to keep our job, in quotes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that because if this is the decision is to be made on footballing reasons, he shouldn't start this game. He shouldn't. You are playing Benin Republic. You are playing at home. Your top player is the African Footballer of the Year. Is the top stars in the team. Is the top star in the team. But then, he is not match ready
at all.
Because I could remember. Let's talk about his move. Because he also mentioned it, speaking to a colleague of mine, that his mental health is also part of the whole thing in this football transfer and all of it. Yeah. He complained of his mental health, that a lot of things that were being said about him, not true, untrue, partially true, however you say it.
Come out to say it. Come out to say it, I mean.
But then, so that's always put in focus that is he in the best mental state to play right now? I don't know.
So what if he had just taken the shot to
He
step
got
back?
to camp on Thursday. Got to camp on Thursday. And nobody is questioning why he got to camp on Thursday because we all know that he has to
course.
sort
He has to
out
sort out himself.
and I'm sure he would have taken permission from NFF and the team based on all of that. But one thing has to be done and dusted. And grateful and happy for him that he has finally been able to secure a deal. Because last time that we were here, we were talking about it, and I still hold my position because even though I saw some comment, I still hold my position.
Of course.
Osimhen has a major blame for how this whole thing
worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You can send your messages 080208152447. That is for WhatsApp. We'll open the phone lines a little bit later. But now you can send messages on WhatsApp. And Damilola from Ijaya, Mafoluku says, I think Awoni and Boniface can start. He should still sit on the bench. No player is bigger than Nigeria. Yes, no player can be.
But this is the same.
Okay, just hold on,
Nigerians
before you go there. Iben Praise from Minilag says, good morning, Mike and co. I do not see Nigeria Super Eagles winning this match. Not being pessimistic, rather realistic. There is no oneness yet amongst the players. Forget what the press put out there. We are press, so. No coach will ever say they will lose, but will give reasons for after the match. Osimhen is currently wasting his time before Benin and in Turkey. Score will be Nigeria 0, Benin 1. Iben Praise from Minilag says so.
I think for me, on that first point, I think what I would just say is the same Nigerians that will come up and say, should Boniface and Awoni start, and they don't get the goals? You have an Osimhen on the bench. Why is he not playing? Yeah, it might actually lead to Eguavoen not getting the permanent job. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody will feel like he's Nigeria's best striker. Even without, we are the ones that are analyzing it that, okay, oh, yeah, for his sake, he doesn't have match fitness. But what people will still say is, he's Nigeria's best striker. He should play. He should get minutes. Or he might actually come in the 7 minutes and get the winner.
Yeah.
No, and that means he's going to play the next game.
No, that would be a good one, at least. But like I had said earlier, and I hope we understand that Eguavoen, Fidelity Lechuku, Daniel Ogumonde, they should come together. This is for all, at least all of them know that this is interim.
All right.
Yeah. Because the country is still looking for a coach, even though they gave us a Lamba because of the Labadia. So
Lambadia.
It was the Lamba. Lamba for Labadia.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, we enter that one.
It's not started.
All right, guys, let's talk about Genoro and Benin. They beat us in, where did we, Ivory Coast? That's why it was a neutral ground. It was Ivory Coast, yes. It was Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
It was Ivory Coast.
They played there.
Like I said, this is a coach that has coached us for 5 years. I can't remember any coach that's coached us.
It's the longest serving coach in Super Eagles.
I don't think I've ever remember any coach. He knows the players. Baba knows this. There's nothing you want to say. He knows it. He knows what is coming. He has beat us before.
That's even if
less than 2 months ago.
I think we are COE in him.
And you know, during the Olympics, he supports us. If you talk to him, he has a good relationship, wonderful. He says, look, I want Nigeria to perform well, but not at the expense of Benin.
At all.
Those guys are coming for a win today. At the worst,
a draw.
Do you think we can get that win? Considering what you see, let's be realistic here. Look, everybody just goes about, let's analyze it based on what we've seen from the Super Eagles. Did you watch that match against Benin? Did you see how pathetic we were?
I don't think there will be changes, really.
Do you know?
I don't think there will be changes.
Even at the AFCON that we pushed as far, it's been a very long time. Under Genoro, we would always get the results.
Yeah.
The reason why, one of the reasons why it was changed was that they were talking about style of play.
We don't like him.
But Genoro will qualify us with 2 matches remaining.
Yeah, he was doing that consistently.
Pesero was worse. Even with the style of play, they were complaining.
Do you understand?
was worse.
So after Genoro, I'm just saying that the national team, I'm not saying that the national team has not even been getting results and they were still playing the same way, badly. What are our chances today against a coach that knows us?
That has done it once. That
knows us. What are the chances today?
It's easy for Nigerians to quickly remember that. What was the result the last time Augustine Eguavoen, Cerezo, was our coach?
And that was Tunisia?
No, that was the match against Ghana.
Against Ghana, yeah.
And we didn't qualify for World Cup.
And so now he's here again.
But
in the AFCON,
I know the funny thing. Against Benin, we scored first.
That's what I'm saying. Because I mentioned that earlier. A team that we scored first and then they came back and not just scoring or to draw the game, they won.
They won the game.
So we are playing them again, back to back. It should be an advantage for us. If we play this side, even though it was supposed to be a home for them, but it was more of a neutral ground, it should have been an advantage for us. Unfortunately, it didn't end up well that way. It ended in their favor. Steve Mone is going to be leading the line with all of the other boys right behind him.
Okay. All right, Sam, you know what?
Something.
Yeah, we'll continue with this. Let's just have some on-the-spot report from Toyosi. Toyosi is live in Uyo. I don't know if he has gotten to the stadium for today, but he has been there with the press, at the press conferences. He has been there at the trainings. I've seen him. He has sent us images. Hello, Toyosi. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning. My good morning, Nafisa. Good morning, sir.
Mama, where you there now? Where you there like this? Where you just awake. I mean, where you there? Where you there? Where you there? Now hotel?
It's still the hotel.
Where are you at the moment? Are you at the hotel?
Yeah, I'm at the hotel, yeah. My hotel is about 5 minutes walk to the stadium.
You're supposed on the trek before now. Make you reach stadium, go give us the update. But tell us, it's nice to have you there. Tell us about your experience so far in Uyo. What has been happening? How many training sessions have you attended? How did the press conference go? Just give us an update of what's been happening right there in Uyo.
Well, they had a first training session on Tuesday evening, and they've always had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. So I attended the one on Wednesday. The Thursday one was behind closed doors, although some people, I found their way in. But on Friday, we had a training session. For me, what I've seen in training is showing that these boys are very ready. But one particular update, if I'm going to start with fitness, is the fitness of Ademola Lookman in quotes. If you saw the videos I posted yesterday, he had issues with his arm. He fell on Wednesday. He fell on Wednesday in training. So I think his left arm here is having issues, and even it was still showing signs of it's giving pains yesterday when somebody touched him. So I'm not so sure if he's going to start the game. But if the opponent discovers that this guy has a problem with his arm, then they might just start getting. But hopefully we have somebody who could step into his shoes. And for the boys, I think they are ready to go. Despite the fact that Osimhen missed 2 trainings, missed the one on Tuesday, missed the one on Wednesday, he's ready to go. He's showing no signs that haven't played much in months. The last time I was on the show, Sam was talking about this boy hasn't played much since since the league finished. Yes, he hasn't played, but when you see Osimhen, you'll be asking, has this guy played a game this season? He's raring to go this time around.
All right, let's talk about the press conferences. You heard Eguavoen and you were there with William Troost-Ekong. What do you think about what insight do you have into the formation that might be played today? Is Osimhen going to start? From what you've heard from him and from what you've seen, talk to us about your expectation for the lineup and how the Super Eagles will play against Benin today.
Well, somebody was asking yesterday that is Osimhen fit for the game, considering the fact that he hasn't played any game this season. He didn't even participate in preseason apart from training. Somebody asked, and then the person was told by Ekong, even before coach said, Ekong said, who told you didn't train? Or you did the training? So it is given the take of is definitely going to play in this game. Because, it's more like you having a Messi in your team, having a Ronaldo in your team. They are fit, but they haven't really participated. They have missed maybe 2 trainings. Would you keep a Messi on your bench? That is the thing. Victor Osimhen is the biggest player in Africa, at least for now, based on the fact that, yes, it's the incumbent African player of the year. And for somebody to drag transfers for a very long time, you know how big he is in terms of influence. He's not injured currently. He's giving what you want from a normal forward. So I think Osimhen will be spearheading because, and I feel Osimhen is better than the likes of Taiwo Awoniyi or Boniface. Boniface has not scored in the league this season. He has only scored once, and that is in the Super Cup. So I think Osimhen might be starting. Of course.
Now the boys here, I won't cook you now. Mona answer him.
What do you mean by I have Victor Osimhen better than Boniface? I mean, do you see the goals Boniface was scoring last season for Liverpool?
In terms of goal poaching, he's better than everybody in that squad.
But he hasn't played any game. All right. My question for you is...
It doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Okay, my question for you is this.
What people have said, they are touting him to start the game despite the fact that he has not played any official game this season, in quote.
And you don't think that might affect the Super Eagles going forward? Because this is a must-win match, like very, very important 3 points.
Well, this is the first game of the qualifiers, and I'm pretty much sure that Eguavoen will not get so, too serious about not let me say too serious. He won't get too emotional about it. Because if he sees that Victor Osimhen is not performing, he has to withdraw him. That is if he starts. But if he doesn't start, he will definitely come off the bench and help us maybe like the 70th or 65th minute. But even without Osimhen, we should be able to do something as regards playing against Benin Republic.
Correct, Sam.
Okay, Toyosi, I just want to ask you about the Benin team. They had a training session yesterday, I think around 5 p.m. before the Super Eagles also had theirs. From what you've seen, and also during their own press conference with Eguavoen and Steve Mooney, what do you think we have in surprise for us?
Well, I do not think they have a surprise because General himself is wary of the Super Eagles. He mentioned the fact that we didn't have some couple of players the last time we played in Aviation. We didn't have Tom Jele Bashu, we didn't have Osimhen, we didn't have Moses Simon, we didn't have William Trustel-Kong. You see about 4 key players we didn't have in the game. But despite the fact that we didn't have these 4 players, we could and we should have defeated the Cheetahs of Benin because they are no match for us. He talked about, General, he talked about having over 60 pool of players, top guys to select for Nigeria when he was in charge. But in Benin Republic, he has had to do extra work to get players to play for the Benin Republic national team. And he confessed that he's afraid of what Nigeria has to offer in terms of, in names. They play in top clubs and they have been involved in matches this season. Unlike the Benin Republic guys, he said that most of his team members have not even tasted action in this new season. So it's not a balanced equation, but he believes his team will definitely give up and will not give up without a fight.
All right, thank you very much, Toyosi. We're looking forward to how the match will go later on this evening, and of course, when you get back. You still have something for him, sir?
Yeah, I just
okay,
there was a question you asked earlier, and I just want to follow up on that. The training session that was open, I think Tuesday, that was the one that was open. Wednesday, they gave the media about 15 minutes. 15 minutes or so for Wednesday. I think that's what they gave the media. And then Thursday was totally closed door. Yesterday, they gave about 15 minutes again. Do you have an idea on the formation Nigeria is trying to play?
Well, based on what I'm seeing, I was seeing Eguavoen playing 2 direct wingers. They are not going to be crossing the balls. We've seen based on what Eguavoen has done with the Super Eagles before, he likes his wingers coming at you direct. He doesn't play Guardiola's, although he plays Guardiola's style, but he does not do the ball retention. He comes at you direct. Run at you.
Why do you have to mention Guardiola?
Why Guardiola? Why Guardiola?
Why you go mention Guardiola inside this matter?
There was a video of it wasn't like he said, Guardiola?
No, people should not do this. That was some years ago.
Wow. Okay, Toyosi, thank you so much. Well, I'm looking forward to how this match will go, and of course, next week you'll be here to talk about all of that. Thank you so much, Toyosi. All right, so guys, all right, thank you. So that's it. I think let's just wrap up with your predictions. I'll move on to something else. How do you think this match will end today?
So I'm expecting Nigeria to win, and then it should be a straight win. We might not be able to score many goals, but then it should be a win. I'm concerned about Ademola Lookman because probably our best attacking player at the moment. And even though he didn't play in the last 2 games for Atalanta because of whatever reason, but we saw him in the Super Cup against Real Madrid. Despite not scoring, we saw that Ademola is still very, very... So I'm hoping whatever it is, either he should be involved in this game.
I'm actually not impressed with the likes of Chukwueze, Moses Simon. So for me, I also expect the Super Eagles to win, but this is a coach that we've all agreed that he has done it before, and he might just be able to do it again. So maybe a draw. I want to call out a draw because you can't put anything. You can't put.
Do it again.
you can't put it beyond Super Eagles.
Let's take some messages now before we move to our next topic. The phone lines are open now. You can take 1 or 2 calls. 0902 416 3440 0810 7641 Now, this is Ijalu from Area 10. Garaki Abuja says, my spirit tells me Super Eagles will trash Benin Republic. Also, Eguavoen knows his players more than Raw.
He doesn't.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It doesn't.
All right. Thank you very much for that one. Osimhen is a player I do like a lot, but you always be very careful in respect of his utterances because of his career. He's still very young. I'm 26. He's no longer young in football. Young is Lamar. Lamar, Yamin. That's long.
Those are the young players.
By the time
17 years old.
I'll say something that it's like the peak age of football is dropping.
Yeah.
By 26, 27, People are around retiring. Look at Casemiro, 32. It's almost finished. Casemiro,
Why do you have to go Casemiro?
Casemiro.
Why do you have to call Casemiro?
Casemiro. Sorry.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Romeo Beckham retired at 22.
At 22, yeah.
So we're talking about football and you're calling fashion icons. Yeah. Now she can follow his mom and go and do runway because they say football. You think it's sexually transmitted?
That's the leave football before he leaves you.
Yeah.
Romeo Beckham.
You leave football at 20. But my life just start, football not leave you. Football was never there.
Football was never there.
Okay. Razak, Mike, I agree they should not start Osimhen. But I'm okay if he will come in from the bench, maybe 80 minutes, all right? This is, okay, let's talk about Di Marco. I guess talking about Italy versus France. It's like very underrated to me. He's one of the best left back in Europe now. Yeah, I think I agree.
It was cooked by Yamal. Nobody will say that.
Just watch the highlights against Milan versus and Chelsea. He really disturbed them. Okay, you didn't tell us your name. He's John. I think that's John. Okay, just before we go on, Moses is on the line from Abuja. Hello, Moses. Good morning. You're live. Talk to us.
Yeah, this match that we are going to play this evening, I'm expecting Nigeria to win 2-0.
2-0.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, wow, this Benin, they beat us. So after we scored first, we're not that much. We're not a better team. We have better players.
It's the same squad, I guess.
It doesn't matter when Benin Republic beat us. We don't have coach then.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Moses.
But with Eguavoen, he has known the players better.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Rotimi from Ayobo says, really, Osimhen should tender a public apology to Nigeria and Nigerians before he could be allowed to return and play in Super Eagles. He said a lot of unprintable things that his outburst video, even to his country, Nigeria. I see arrogance and I see a guy setting a bad precedent in our national football team.
Thank you. NFF is to also take some blame on this. They've not done anything. They've only rewarded him by inviting him to the national team.
And you know the funny thing about the NFF? NFF said, if they didn't say anything to be a different case, they said they've instituted a panel to look into some sort of disciplinary panel. What is the report of that panel?
Nothing.
He's not. If they're actually working on it, he shouldn't be here.
Right, we've got Richard on the line. Hello, Richard. Good morning. Talk to us.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Go ahead, Richard.
My name is Richard, calling from Kwara State, sir.
All right.
I'm praying today the match. Nigeria will win 2-0.
Wow. 2-0. Correct score.
Richard, calling from Kwara State, sir.
Correct score. Baba, I look you. Make I find the odd for correct score.
It will be 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. Two have said 2-0. If the third person says 2-0, I know correct score. Just take it from a graceful game. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. All right. Good morning. Victor Boniface and Taiwo Awoni should start up front alongside Samurai Chukwueze Samuel ahead of Victor Osimhen. See, Ademola Lookman fit for the match today. Dami from Mowe. Thank you.
But even these two strikers are out of form.
Gideon from Ajegole says, Osimhen is Osimhen. Nobody can be or play like him, yes? Did you watch our last two games? We do need Osimhen. Gideon from Ajegole. The only reason Osimhen shouldn't play is because of his mental health and avoiding injuries. Yeah, that's what we're saying now. We're saying that Ogbeni, even if he's Ronaldo, you bring person, he has not played for what, 3 months plus. But competitive match and training and cardio, it's not the same thing. You within cardio, enter competitive match, 5 minutes, you don't gas.
They think Osimhen is like one super.
All right, we've got Kehinde on the line. Kehinde is calling from Malta. Hello, Kehinde. Good morning. Talk to us.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Kehinde. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Thank you. I like what that guy says. Osimhen should be severely punished. He need the judge, not the small picking for
at
ball.
all.
That's the way we walk up, win Champions League, win best level.
Not being made
never
for
reach anywhere.
football.
The thing NFF should have done, they should punish him, put on one side, may he know the consequence of what he has done.
Thank you.
That one is one. For the team, let me tell you, that Super Eagles team, the load you remove from your head, put on your shoulder, is still on the same body. Those players, they are playing individual ball to make name. That's why we are not winning.
Oh, fact.
If not, Nations Cup, we should have never have lost to Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire, when we first score goal. And our coach is not a coach, that Pesero. You know Côte d'Ivoire, when I know Côte d'Ivoire will do something was against, when he come back from 1-0, 4 minutes to Senegal, he come back 86 minutes, he play up to 90 minutes. He still do the same thing against Mali. Against him, he win up on 120 minutes. And you score a goal with such kind of a team in the final, if you have studied them, you will score a goal and you will start defending. Cote d'Ivoire is a 90-minute team. Thank you. That coach, if our players don't play together,
we don't have that coach
still
again.
win anything.
That coach has been let go.
Thank you. Thank you. They've raised up some points here. The people are talking about that, and it's true. Look, like it or not, you see, even if in your house, your child should do something. It doesn't mean that you don't love the child. In fact, loving the child is even disciplining him, because if he goes and this doesn't happen, what will he do next?
Maybe you might go on X and create another video.
All right.